Hey, what is going on, Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. We're less than a month away from the release of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, and when Pokemon Sun and Moon was releasing, that was like 3 years ago, which is crazy how quick it's gone. I made a video on what my team was going to be. I'm not sure how close that was, it's been a while since I checked that. But I'm going to do the same. Now, the difference of Pokemon Sun and Moon and Pokemon Sword and Shield, we had so many Pokemon, new Pokemon that we knew about for Pokemon Sun and Moon. They basically revealed the entire Pokedex, which is crazy. Pokemon Sword and Shield, we don't have too many new Pokemon. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only fire type Pokemon that's new is Scorbunny. So there's a lot of like fire types missing, and I'm sure there's gonna be obviously loads of new Pokemon and loads of old Pokemon that we don't know about. But I thought I'd put a preliminary team together, and I'd love to hear what you guys have planned for your team at the moment as well. So let me know in the comments below who you are planning to have on your team. And of course, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button down below. If you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Sword and Shield, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Got loads of videos planned for when the game launches. So let's start off. I've actually kind of divided this up with new and old Pokemon. So we're going to start with a new Pokemon first. So as a starter, I'm going to pick Sobble. You know, the starters were kind of a hard choice at first. I was going to go with Scorbunny. I never go fire types. I was actually thinking back to myself, what Pokemon have I picked? What starter Pokemon have I picked before? And normally it is always water. I think first I went with Squirtle, although I'm sure I had picked Charmander before in Soul Silver, but it's normally is water types, and I had picked Squirtle before. Totodile I picked when I played Soul Silver. Mudkip was my first ever starter Pokemon, and it's my favourite Pokemon, so of course I think that's why the water type starter choices continue. Picked Piplup in Pokemon Diamond, but when I have replayed those games, I do usually go with Turtwig. I just love Piplup and Turtwig equally. Chimchar is very good. I do like Chimchar, but it's always felt like my brother's Pokemon because he's always had that. And then I went with Oshawott, Froakie, and finally Popplio. I wasn't actually the biggest fan of Popplio in the end. I think I would have rather chosen Rowlet. But yeah, I've always picked water Pokemon, and this is going to continue. Sobble was probably my favourite. Took a few days to warm up to Sobble. Wasn't too interested in Grookey, although I think they're all very good. But it was between Scorbunny and Sobble, and I went with Sobble to keep that water trend going. If you guys know me, the second Pokemon is an obvious one. This is Wooloo. I fell in love with Wooloo as soon as I saw it. It always just makes me smile when I see it. Such a cute Pokemon. I love how it rolls down the hills. We've seen like the little animations when you're walking through that nice Galar town. I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's one of the starting towns. You can just see it roll down the hill. It's a cute Pokemon. I feel like it's going to evolve into something that's a bit of a powerhouse. Nothing major. In fact, one of the most interesting things for me will be what Wooloo evolves into. I can't really picture a Wooloo evolution at the moment, but I think it'll be something maybe similar to Go-Goat. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, and I don't know, I love Wooloo how it is. I'm pretty sure it will evolve, and yeah, I definitely want to have this thing on my team as soon as I saw it. I said straight day one, I could even have 6 Wooloos on my team. That's how much I love it, so definitely having this one, and I'm pretty sure it is an early Pokemon. So far we got a water type and a normal type. Gonna mix this up. We got one of my favorites revealed so far. This is Sirfetch'd. I know most people like this Pokemon. I've been asking for a Farfetch'd evolution since basically when I first started, which was Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I've been like a fan of Pokemon since Generation 1, but playing the games Ruby and Sapphire, so I mean I've always wanted Farfetch'd to get an evolution basically. And the fact that it's taken this long, I am actually quite surprised because it's just a really weak Pokemon, Farfetch'd, and maybe that's, you know, the joke of it so far. Like, it's always, you know, been a weak Pokemon, but Sirfetch'd looks anything but weak. Its design is really cool. It's got such a smug face, which I really like, and it is Pokemon Sword exclusive, so if you guys can't tell already, I am getting Pokemon Sword. My brother's going to be getting Pokemon Shield, hopefully be covering both. I do like Galarian Ponyta. I think both Galarian, I say Galarian forms, that's a Galarian form, and obviously Sirfetch'd is Galarian evolution. They're both very good, but Sirfetch'd is something I've always been wanting since I was very, very little, you know. So yeah, this is a certainty to be on my team. Absolutely love it. Let me know if you guys are going to be getting Sirfetch'd or Galarian Ponyta, and I'm assuming obviously there's going to be a Galarian Rapidash and maybe something past that, since obviously Sirfetch'd has, you know, is an evolution, or maybe there's just a, you know, an exclusive Galarian evolution and an exclusive Galarian form each that we have yet to see. But next up, I'm actually kind of stuck for this one because I want to pick one electric type. And so far, it's either going to be Yamper or Morpeko. So Yamper is definitely getting an evolution. We've kind of seen a bit of a preview of it in the stadiums. Inside, there's like a banner with this electric dog that clearly isn't Yamper. I think one, it's, you know, Electric Corgi is amazing. I think it's just going to be a great Pokemon, and I feel like its evolution is going to be something very strong indeed. The other Pokemon, Morpeko, is what Marnie has. I just love its design. I love how it changes. I feel like this is going to be a very special Pokemon. It's definitely not going to have an evolution. Well, I say that, you never know, but I don't think it will. And just the fact that Marnie has it, I'm more inclined to get Yamper instead. And I think Yamper is going to be a easier Pokemon to get than Morpeko. But yeah, Yamper, really like its design. I like both their designs, but I feel like Yamper's got more potential since it's going to evolve, so probably going to go with Yamper. But I don't know what my team is going to be. As I said, it could be Morpeko. Next, this isn't actually really a new Pokemon. It kind of is, but this is Eevee, and we're going to go with Gigantamax Eevee for this one. I had to have one Gigantamax Pokemon on this team, and obviously, you know, you guys know I'm a big Eevee fan. I mean, if you've been watching my channel for years, not even years, you know that I have Eevee on like my character art. Not necessarily my favourite Pokemon, but it's definitely top 2. I think Mudkip just beats it. But Gigantamax Eevee, it's not the strongest Gigantamax in terms of design. I think Charizard had the best one, and I really like Retro Pikachu. But Gigantamax Eevee is very good, and the fact that I've got Let's Go Eevee, even though I played it for 5 hours, I think that should be enough for me to get this like special Eevee form, because you have to have records of playing Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu to get the Gigantamax Pikachu or Eevee. So hopefully I do qualify for that. But Gigantamax Eevee, I want to use that thing on my team. I want it to be like the clutch Pokemon, the Pokemon that kind of, if I am losing, I'm just going to send this big boy out and hopefully win the battle. And then final new Pokemon, since that isn't too many, I think this might be not necessarily a controversial one, but you guys might not be happy that I've not chosen some Pokemon like Corviknight and Dreadnought, but I've gone with Alcremie. Only because I do like Dreadnought a lot. I feel like it's going to be a late game Pokemon. And Corviknight, I know my brother's going to get that straight away. He loves that Pokemon. And I feel like that's his Pokemon now. Like, I'm not going to take that from him. I'm not going to have one as well. So I went with Alcremie. I did say when I first saw it that I really liked it. And I want to protect this Pokemon because it's so cute, and it's probably going to get eaten in the wild since it looks pretty delicious. Kind of sounds weird actually talking about Pokemon like that. But Alcremie, really like its design. It's got loads of different variants, which is very cool. And yeah, I'm not sure how useful this Pokemon is going to be. It's a fairy type, which is normally pretty strong. So I feel like Alcremie could be a very good Pokemon and an underrated Pokemon. But as you can tell, there's not too much balance on my team. But actually, no, we do cover a few types. I feel like obviously Sobble is going to be strong for whatever, you know, starter Pokemon are always strong. Wooloo's the one that might be the weakest on the team. Sirfetch'd, I feel like it's got potential. Yamper, depends what it evolves into. Gigantamax Eevee, again, it's a normal type, so maybe gonna have to switch that one out for something, probably will. And Alcremie, I feel like that's gonna be my fairy type Pokemon. We're gonna move on to some older Pokemon, like some of the returning Pokemon that I could see having on my team. Some of my favorites. Still missing Mudkip, but one of my favorite Pokemon, Flygon, makes an appearance. If this Pokemon does not have some special form, Game Freak have done it dirty. I mean, it looked like it was so obvious to get a Mega Evolution. It's been so underutilized compared to Salamence, Garchomp, all these Dragon Pokemon that have come before it. And somehow, Salamence and Garchomp, which were, in my opinion, stronger than Flygon, got Mega Evolutions. And they did try and give Flygon a Mega Evolution, but it never happened. So hopefully Flygon gets a Gigantamax form. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Gigantamax forms, I'd rather Flygon have something. But yeah, that's Flygon. Moving on, we've got Lucario, who is just one of my favourite Pokemon of all time again. I think a lot of you guys love Lucario. I'm definitely one of them. Next up is Charizard, and I'm not one of those guys who loves Charizard. I know there's a lot of people who do. I definitely like Charizard, but it's not one of my favourite Pokemon. But the only reason I put Charizard in this potential bracket is because there are not many fire types at the moment. I went through them. I think there is Turtonator, and there might be a few more, but apart from that, it's literally Scorbunny, the Charizard line, and Turtonator from what I saw. And I really like its Gigantamax form, so Charizard is more of an option, but I don't know how late it is that you get that in your team. Covering Dark and Ice, we've gone for Weavile. Again, a really solid design and one of my favourites. Weavile's not the strongest. It's a bit of a glass cannon, defensively quite weak, but offensively strong. Gone for Grass since, I'm not picking really any Grass-type Pokemon from that list. And that includes a new Pokemon, Gossifleur and Eldegoss. But I'm either going to go with Roserade, Ferrothorn or Trevenant. I think Roserade or Ferrothorn, I've used Ferrothorn quite a bit in Pokemon X and Y, and I actually really enjoyed it. I was surprised how good it was that I never used it in Gen 5. Although it's very weak to fire, I just think it's a very useful Pokemon with its spikes and toxic spikes, and just has some very good moves and good stats. But Roserade and Trevenant, they're probably a bit more offensive Pokemon in terms of their power. Probably going to pick Roserade or Ferrothorn the most, Trevenant's an alternative. And I feel like in terms of balancing the team, it's pretty much balanced there. I do need a flying type, so you know there is like Bravery and maybe a psychic type, so Gardevoir's a good solid choice. But those are the Pokemon I'm kind of looking at the moment. Like I said, there are so many more Pokemon I expect to see. I never really include legendaries on my team just because it's not necessarily cheap. I actually really like the legendary wolves that we've seen so far, but yeah, these are my choices so far. I think I'm going to make a follow-up video, to be honest. I will let you guys know what my final team was. I'm expecting at least Sobble, Wooloo, Sirfetch'd, and probably Yamper to be on my team. And obviously whatever they evolve into. But Gigantamax Eevee and Alcremie, they're up for grabs, I think, as to, you know, some open spots on the team for other Pokemon that we've yet to see. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what Pokemon are you going to pick so far? What starter? Are you going to get any of the early route Pokemon like Wooloo and Yamper, which I'm assuming are early route Pokemon? Of course, there's Galarian forms like Galarian Zigzagoon, and then there's the evolution Obstagoon. And then again, Galarian Ponyta. Are you a Sirfetch'd stan like me? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, this is just a little fun video, but if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more like this before Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out, hit the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Sword and Shield, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to become a part of the Twintendo Nation. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace!